Hello everyone, and welcome again to another LEGO Bionicle video. For today guys, we're going to be doing a review on the Prime Glatorian Tarix from the Water Tribe. This is set number 8981, contains 57 pieces, and was released in 2009. In the movie The Legend Reborn, we do see Tarix briefly for only about 3 to 4 minutes. In those 3 to 4 minutes, we see him fight against the Prime Glatorian Vastus from the Jungle Tribe. They must have had some sort of dispute going on, and so they fought it out, of course, through fighting and by defeating the opponent. As we all know, that was the culture back then with the Glatorians. If you had a problem, you'd fight it over by the Glatorians fighting each other. In the end, of course, we have Akar, the Prime Glatorian of the Fire Tribe, comes out of nowhere and obviously tells everyone to stop, needing everyone to unite and of course fight against the Bone Hunters and the Skrull, as they were united together to fight against, I guess, you know, every other tribe, since they did take down Tajun, of course, as we all know, which was the Water Tribe. So of course, from there, Akar tells the story, blah blah blah, and then we get to the point where Akar tells Tarix to throw his sword to Toa Mata Nui. Of course, being a bit hesitant, Vastus gives him the signal to just go ahead and throw it, and so he does. Toa Mata Nui then uses the Great Kanohi Ignika to, of course, transform his weapon into, of course, this water-based weapon, since it unlocks the power that they all have within them. So at the end of the day, he practically just released his water powers to Tarix, and of course he did the same thing for Akar, for Kina, and for Gresh as well. So now they were practically considered Toas, not just Glatorians. They practically moved up a level from just being a Glatorian, since they unlocked their elemental power. So obviously before they met Toa Mata Nui, they practically just fought, sliced and diced each other with their weapons, etc, etc. Then Toa Mata Nui came, gave them their powers, and now they're considered Toas, because obviously the Toas all had elemental powers from every single storyline. Of course, he also did participate in the Core War, fighting against Akar's army, against Sertivus's army, and he did get injured, but at the end of the day, they did sort out the disputes and all the problems that they had, and I guess that's how they formed this new social system on Barra Magna, which kind of, in a way, possibly united the Matorans all together, but at the end of the day, obviously they still had, you know, their own kind of separations and sectors and all that stuff, but they did unite fully once Toa Mata Nui came to exist. But I guess that's enough blabbing about practically his storyline and his past. But as you can see here, there is his color scheme. You can see he has the blue, the dark blue, and the gold. Of course, I have to say, I really appreciate and like this color scheme. I just like blue and gold. They just go so well together, to be honest. I don't know, that's my personal opinion, but I just like it so much. I really even just like the dark blue there. I can just imagine me creating a mock with the pieces that I have here with Tarix. I can imagine it would look so cool. So in terms of articulation, it's pretty standard stuff, to be honest. You know, you can get some good articulation in the leg there. No armor pieces that kind of hinder the movement there, so that's good. Of course, in the knee, same thing applies, and side to side just a bit, just because you have these little knobs on each side. Anyway, here you can see in the feet, great range of motion there, great articulation in the feet there, so you can get some nice poses with this. Of course, same thing applies with the arms, so good articulation in the arms, but of course side to side near the elbow joint, or on, I should say, in the elbow joint, not much, but of course you can just go backwards and forwards 90 degrees, or pretty much a lot there, but in the back you can only really go 90 degrees, but towards the front, great range of articulation there. And then of course you can just move the hands pretty freely, to be honest, and yeah, I think that is pretty much it with the articulation there. You can see good articulation in the head as well. You can also see that he has the trans, I think that's trans yellow or trans green, I think it's trans yellow Bionicle headpiece there. And of course he has the great mask there. Unfortunately they don't have any names, but it would be nice if they did. And he also has this, I guess, like a little hose that kind of connects to the back. Kind of like a backpack maybe, that's what makes him breathe possibly, since he is a water element based warrior there. I don't know, maybe, I have no idea. But I like the feature there, pretty cool stuff. And then you can see he also has the standard armor shells there on the shoulders, which is also nice. and of course he has the torso piece there, pretty standard, and just the upper armor shells for his legs, nothing towards the lower half. That's alright though, you can see it's just kind of like an armor shell on its own. And of course in the back you just have this little piece here that connects, and then of course you also have the game there you can play. Of course you have 5 lives, or 6 lives I should say, and then after that you practically are dead if you get shot by the Thornax launcher. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it, but I can say the color scheme is really nice. I really love the gold here, a lot nicer. I don't know if it's its exact same color to the G2 sets, but I'll have to see. I'll do a comparison with another G2 set that I have around, but this is so cool. So here is just to compare with, as you can see here, we have the Mask Maker Makuta from the G2 Bionicle series, and here we have, of course, is Tarix's upper armor shell in his leg. Now, I don't know, I think it is a different gold. You can kind of see it, can't you guys? It is. It's a different gold, and I think it's a gold that I really would have preferred on these G2 Bionicle sets. It really makes the gold stand out. Here it just kind of looks too, I don't know, it just doesn't look as goldy. You get what I mean? It doesn't have that nice shine that the Glatorians have, especially with Tarix here, since he has the gold going on. I think it just looks a lot nicer. Yeah, you could tell there is a big difference in the color. It's so obvious there, you can just see it. It's a lot lighter, it's got more of a goldy look to it. And yeah, I just really prefer it, to be honest. So here is his weapons, and of course, as we all know, he has the typical Thornax launcher that all the Glatorians had, because he did blast it against Vastus, and of course Vastus retaliated and did the same thing. So they blasted each other with their Thornax launchers. And what's interesting, of course, is that when each blast did come out, it would kind of come in their elemental colors. So with Tarix, it came out in blue. With Vastus, it came out in green. But here, as you can see, is his great weapon there. Of course, you can see just a bit, because it has a bit of a light blue tint to it, but you can't really see it that well. I'll see if I can adjust the camera later on for you all, just so then you can see it a better. But there, as you can see, is what it looks like there. Of course, it kind of gives off that blue elemental color there. And as we all know, it was upgraded and transformed by Toa Mata Nui. So originally, what he did was, my apologies, guys. What he did have was these water blades that he did find in the ruins of Tajun, which of course is where he lives, and from there it got transformed into these awesome twin blades. But in the movie he didn't have twin blades though, which is interesting. So what he did have was these twin water blades. So that's originally what he's meant to have, but when I saw the movie, of course when I remember seeing the movie, I didn't see twin blades. I only just saw one blade that was thrown to Toa Mata Nui and what was thrown back to him. So I don't know, it's quite interesting. I didn't realize he had 2, but if he does have 2, then that's honestly just so awesome. But there you can see it, guys, and of course, as mentioned, it has that light blue tint there, if you can just see it, using my hand just to add a bit of contrast there. But wow, a great weapon. I really like it, and just imagine the amount of power that he would have gotten, of course, when he got them upgraded. Slice with his water powers there, so cool. And of course, I love the gold and of course the color, but not just that, guys, the pattern. Just look at the patterns there. It just stands out so much detail, and something I really admire about his weapons. To quickly show you a up-close image of his mask there. Unfortunately, you know, with the Glatorians, their masks didn't really give them any powers. It was just mainly their weapons, so not really like the Toas, unfortunately, but nonetheless, wow, check that out. That is so cool. So I guess to quickly show you the Thornax launcher, just because, but here it is. And it works really nicely, of course, as you can see there. Standard weapon, as mentioned, all the Glatorians had them, so that's, you know, that's pretty much it. I don't see what else I can really explain to you about the Thornax launcher, but yeah, that is pretty much my review done. There you have it, guys. That is practically my review done on the Prime Glatorian Tarix from the Water Tribe. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, guys, please smash that thumbs up button, and of course, subscribe to my channel so then you guys are all up to date with any new videos I do post out. I'll have to be honest with you all, I just really love the Glatorian storyline. It just goes so well. It just, you know, the theme, and of course, the environment, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it kind of reminds me of Jak and Daxter, just big mounts of wasteland everywhere. Of course, at the end of the day, you had tribes that were against each other, not necessarily, you know, they're kind of allies, but at the same time they would fight each other, and it was just nice, you know. I just liked the environment, the storyline, and of course at the end of the day it wasn't just all about Makuta. It was more to it than that. It was the Skrull, the Bone Hunters, and of course these other, you know, obviously you had Tuma as the Skrull leader, and then of course you had Metis, who was a big problem, and you know, all those other things, nice other elements to exist other than just shadows and darkness, etc, etc. So with that said, guys, please stay tuned for many more awesome videos to come. I have so many Bricklink orders on their way here. I can't wait. It's practically broke my bank account there, but I hope at the end of the day you guys will enjoy them, because of course I am doing this for you all. I just love doing Bionicle sets, you know. It's been a passion of mine, and yeah, I just really all hope you guys will enjoy the future videos that I do post out. Anyway, guys, please stay tuned. Have a great day, everyone. As always, I will be talking to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye!